Welcome back. Look who's joining us direct from his national television debut, Travis Burks.
Good morning.
We just saw you on John Oliver Tonight.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning to you.
That was great.
Yeah.
By the way, Travis, Tinley made that clip.
I believe so. And
Tinley,
she's
that's
character.
She acted, you know, like when you have like kids, for me, nephews and nieces, you know, when they get to that age where like, you're just so embarrassing. Like, I can't believe you did that. I was like, she was perfect.
Yes. You know what's fun, and it could just be the basis is I try to embarrass her as much as I can. But I just be payback at some point. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she's a natural.
Well, it's good to see you.
Yeah,
Don't
you
let
as
all
well.
this fame go to your head now.
I will try not to. Try to
What have you
hold off
brought for
the
us
signings.
today?
Well, I thought I would take some of the items that are in the ad and just produce them into meals or meal options or ideas.
Good.
So started last night about 6 o'clock, and then we cooked till this morning.
You're so dedicated. Thank you.
Wow.
We try.
Well, that's
it's fun. And it makes the house
tips.
smell good, and you know, what better tasting panel than your family, right?
Oh, yes. That
We can
looks
start
delicious.
down there, Jeremy, on the end. So in the ad this week with Ground Round at $4.99.
Oh, look
There's
at that.
several options that you could do with just one family pack. One being just making hamburgers and fries if you want to do that. Spaghetti's an option. We did do sloppy joes there on the end. You could do that too.
Yeah, it looks delicious.
Can I get a fry, Trav? Is that all right?
You betcha. And so
You want a fry, Linda?
Sure.
Get there.
Yeah,
Get in
I-
there.
I would say between the burgers and the sloppy joe too, and even with the fries, just that right there is less than 30-minute meal.
Oh, yeah.
And it's also just a one panner. So you're just using one pan.
Travis, do you have any tips for when I make hamburgers from hamburger and I form the patty? They always fall apart. Is there anything I should do to make them bind, or am I just doing it wrong?
Generally, what I would do would make it into a pretty tight ball and then just smash it with your hand.
Oh.
So sometimes you just pull it out and go straight to a patty from there. The way it comes out of the grinder, it doesn't congeal
Makes
really.
sense.
So
Mashed potatoes might be ready. I'm checking.
yeah.
I don't know.
Should be good to go.
Okay, here. See, guys, we're keeping
get
it real.
those.
You know we like to cook on the show.
Oh yeah, that's what makes it fresh.
Hello.
So then we'll move down just a little bit farther here. What do we got here? Steak. So
Oh yeah, I love steak.
the weather's going to pick up, especially today. It's supposed to be in the 70s. Is that right?
I don't. Nally, 60s today, 70s.
70s today.
Nice.
It's great grilling weather. So
Yes.
Kansas City strips are in the ad this
Right.
week from Black Canyon Angus. Really good product. And of course, they can cut it for you a 1/4 inch. They can cut it for you 2 inches. It's however you wanted to do it and what
nice.
you prefer there.
Good.
So it'd be good to go there. And then a little farther down, cube steaks. So what I've done with that is you've heard of like chicken fried steak or chicken fried steak sandwich. Boom, that's what I did right here.
Oh.
So we just took a little.
I'm gonna move these out of the way so the camera can see you.
Go for it. And I'm gonna finish this plate. So what we did was took some Reese's mashed potatoes, threw those in the microwave, and of course that's something you could do while you're producing this meal, right? It's something that's just 3 minutes in the microwave. And if you wanted to do mashed potatoes or what have you, or mashed potatoes, you could do mac and cheese.
Oh,
if you
Oh,
wanted
that'd
to.
be good.
You have a lot of great side options,
Wow,
though.
that's
There's tons, and then with Bob Evans, there's so much more too. So then you could just take this gravy, which this is just this isn't Jeremy's favorite gravy.
It is. I love,
Tennessee Pride one, and it is good. I just didn't think with sausage would be a great additive. So
it looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks really
there you go with that with cube
Look at
steak.
Really
that.
good.
I just took a little breading right off the show. You don't have to make the big spread if you don't want to with the eggs and the milk and the flour and all that.
it's
It's a
really
one
good. That
one
looks really
package
good.
deal.
By the way, Trav, you know what I did though? Last weekend it was a price cutter, and they had my frozen gravy. They had it back in stock.
Yeah, you
I
bought it all?
like 5.
Yeah.
No, I didn't all of them because I wanted to let other people have them.
Oh, that was nice.
But I know, right?
Wow.
That's the
very
deal.
nice.
And you know, every time you go, if you just buy five, eventually you'll stock up in that store. You won't have to worry about it.
Because I love it so much.
And
I
that
do.
stuff is really good and easy. So then another option we did with chicken. So chicken breast is in the ad at $2.99. They are packing these themselves from what we call CVP, so it just comes bulk, and then they just tray it that way. So you might get a package with 6, you might get some with 4.
I just
but
look
again,
how
what the
big
size
they
of
are.
those are,
They're huge.
just keep in mind that you could take these chicken breasts, and if you just split them in half this way and half them, then you end up with, there's 3 there that you end up with
Oh,
6.
yeah, that's
You might even
great.
end up with 8, depending on how thin you wanted to do it and or cutting it up. You can
And
do it.
Trav, I've
Great
tried.
idea.
So I need to cut them, like the butterfly them and take half, because I tried to cook one by itself. It's too much food.
It's a lot.
It's so
a lot
much.
Yeah, and
Those
some
are
of it
huge.
sometimes will tend, and not knocking the particular breast, but sometimes it'll take time to get the center done.
Yeah.
And then so the rest runs out. So I just like to thin it in half. So what I did with that was I took, again, one pan deal, and this was a 30-minute meal. Minute rice, which was really easy. And then I took the chicken, cut it up, sauteed it in a pan, browned it, and then I added, Campbell's has these Campbell skillet options where you just do the seasoning. It's on the spice aisle on the bottom shelf, and there's chicken parm, and there's, this is sweet and sour chicken. There's chicken marsala, there's some other stuff for beef. So you might try it, because all I had to do was make the meat, brown it, and and then just throw that on there and just let it simmer in the pan for a little bit.
I'm gonna
and
look for.
Great
I've
idea.
never seen
I
that.
haven't seen it either.
And I'd never seen it, and I'd walk those aisles a lot just for ideas. And so that was one I came across. There's also some beef stew options too if you want to do something like that.
Oh
so,
my gosh, amazing.
sweet and sour chicken, you could do general, whatever you want to do there. So that's done with chicken breasts. You could also, if you wanted to, do chicken fried chicken, the same way we did the cube steaks.
Yes. Oh, I
while you're
love
at it, while you're frying. And then some other options here that I grabbed with these Gary's Quick Steaks. Friday is National Philly Cheesesteak Day.
Philly
It's
cheesesteak.
Friday.
Oh, nice.
So here's an option here. Typically, standard Philly cheesesteak is done with like thin cut ribeye or a thin cut steak.
Yes.
They've already take all the work out of it, and it's frozen, and you cook it from frozen. So you just take
my.
that, and it gives you the step by step
Wow.
on how to do it. It only takes 4 or 5 minutes to make this.
Okay, where do I find it at the store then? I need to look.
This
at
could
that.
be in the frozen meat section by the hamburger patties.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So be there, and or I know we've got past St. Patty's Day with Reubens, but there's an option for corned beef too, if you want to go that route and save the
Reubens
steps.
are my favorite.
Oh, aren't they so
Love
good?
Reubens.
Oh gosh.
And then some other options too that I drained out and didn't throw on the table. But Reese's,
We love the sides.
this is stuff too that you could do for
wow.
lunches. So if you wanted to take these tuna, the tuna salad there, here's some other options, and make sandwiches at work if
Potato.
you wanted to go that route.
There we go. Look
Right.
at that.
So that would be really good. So here's another one that's fun. Sorry I didn't get them all out. Egg
Oh, you're
salad
good.
Oh,
is another one.
I
Wait.
love egg salad. Do you like egg salad?
I love it.
Oh.
Wait, I didn't even know egg salad was an option.
Have you got
It's an option, that's for sure.
Trav, where are the forks?
I'm just
Where
gonna keep going.
forks?
They're
Where are
rolling
the
below you.
forks? Egg salad.
If you want to try it, there's some forks there below you.
Oh my.
For sure.
Oh, there's some forks. Here, I'll hold this to Kaylee because I've not seen the egg salad before. I've seen the other, like the tuna
Big
salad.
Uh-huh.
But oh my
Tuna.
gosh, look at this, guys.
And then,
egg.
so I believe it's, and I'm getting all my days mixed together. I apologize. There's a National Chip Day, and it's either tomorrow.
Can I open this and try?
Yep, go for it. It's tomorrow, I believe, is National Chip Day. So we talked about before with ponchos, right? So
Yes.
it's in the ad this
Queso.
week as well.
Awesome.
With the original, there's the queso, and then there's the chipotle. Again, great dip to go with what we've talked about several times before. Ponchos and guys chips, I think
That's
they go
very
together
good.
perfectly. So those mixtures together
By the way, those chips amazing, and that dip.
with those two are great.
That's the only queso dip I'll eat cold
It is
because
good.
it's that good cold.
Yeah,
And you
it's
don't
great
even have to
stuff.
heat it up.
So along with all these items that are in the ad, there's also Friday's Lent. So we have salmon in the ad, and we have some other seafood options there. So make sure you're getting your seafood at least twice a week, so you can stay on top of the heart healthy options. So
Amazing.
you see this plus whatever else you want, it's there. Just asking if
I'm
it's not
grabbing
there,
a piece
we'll
of
get
chicken
it.
too because I want to taste that seasoning that you put on there that I'm going to look for now
No,
in the
it's good
spice
stuff.
aisle. Okay,
In the
guys,
spice aisle.
check out the ad. Look at all these
Yeah.
amazing dinner options you
Wonderful.
can get at Price Cutter. Travis, thank you so much.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
This is
Ooh.